What's out there?
Yeah, okay.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but what this day basically boils down to is a personal vendetta against you and Palmer by the family of Victor Drazen?
Yes. Palmer authorized the mission. I carried it out. Today is the 2nd anniversary of Victor Drazen's death.
Happy anniversary. So what is it we're expecting to find out here in Saugus?
I don't know yet.
I gotta tell you, Jack, it never gets dull with you.
Yeah. Look, for what it's worth, I'm sorry about last night.
Shooting me in the leg with a train? Don't give it a second thought.
Needless to say, I was pretty wound up. I feel a lot better now, though, knowing my family's safe. What's the matter?
No, just eat. Use a little sleep.
Tell me about it.
Mason.
George, have you told Jack about his family yet?
No, we're not there yet.
You can't do this. You have to tell him.
Uh-huh.
Why not let him know so he can help us find them? George, they're out there. They're exposed. If Drazen's people finds them first, then what?
That's a good idea.
Listen to me, George. If anything happens to them, he's gonna hold you responsible. You better think about that.
I will. Okay, let me know if you have any progress.
George!
Nina? Jack, my battery just died. Can I use your phone for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Yes, no, all I want to say is just keep the backup units on standby, all right?
The cellular customer.
Doesn't make sense. Saying the address is right up ahead.
I know the whole thing was hush-hush, but who exactly was Victor Drazen?
Victor Drazen was Milosevic's shadow. He was in charge of all of his covert operations. He was responsible for organizing all the ethnic cleansing campaigns in Kosovo, Sarajevo, and Bosnia.
Your unit took him out?
That's right.
You rolled the whole deal out?
Yep.
So who do you think would have the kind of influence to be able to run an operation like this against you and Palmer?
My guess would be Serbian military exiles. I mean, they could pull this off. Somehow Alexis and Andre pulled together a cell without us knowing.
It's a hell of a cell, be able to infiltrate the CTU, turn Jamie.
I agree. It's hard to believe that Jamie could move so freely to work against us without having some kind of umbrella.
Any ideas on why the Serbs would want to spend this much money to turn the power off in the middle of the woods?
No. George, look.
Power transformer.
Lock on, it's new. Why would this be designated as a wildlife sanctuary? I mean, think about it. There's no water. No water, no wetlands. No wetlands, no birds, no animals.
No, nothing as far as I can make out. You know what, Jack? I take back what I said. It's getting dull.
That helicopter made a flyby for a reason.
Maybe, maybe not.
Come here to help me with this. 1, 2, 3.
There's nothing here. We're wasting our time.
Alexis tried to pay off a power company official to cut off the electricity at this location at 7:20 for a reason. There's something here that they want, and they've gone to great lengths to shut it down.
Mason. Excellent news. Half an hour. Okay, don't let anyone in or out until we get there. Alexis Drazen just got out of surgery. I think we're to be there when he wakes up.
You go ahead.
Jack, we were fed misinformation. The address in the file, the time that Morgan gave you, the whole thing. I mean, look around. There's nothing here. Nothing.
Maybe.
But you're gonna stick around anyway.
It's 3 minutes after 7, George. I want to be here at 7:20. Look, you can send a car back for me, okay? I promise I won't disappear on you.
I don't have time to argue with you.
One thing I don't get, if Drazen was the target, then what's he doing here?
Obviously, someone thought he was more valuable alive than dead.
By someone, you mean one of our people?
He's probably been feeding them intelligence.
Then why put you and your men through the charade of trying to kill him in the first place?
Because they wanted the rest of the world to think he was dead. My mission was set up to fail from the start. I lost every man I went in there with.
Well, it's official. The polls have just closed minutes ago in California, and the big story, Senator David Palmer seems to have swept California and every other state that held a primary this Super Tuesday. And it looks like he may have gotten a boost in the late vote based on the roller coaster events of his day. Earlier this evening, the senator held an emergency press conference to disclose the details of a scandal involving both his son and his primary financial backers. Palmer claims to have been unaware of any wrongdoing until very recently.
George.
Yeah, it's me.
I've got 6 of them. They're heavily armed. They've got assault rifles. They're got...
As you'll hear, he is alive.
I'll be speaking with my superiors and I'll get back to you. Drazen's taking over command at the facility. He's got Jack. There's at least 6 of them. They've got assault weapons. They've got explosives. You want to get that information to the field unit?
Yeah.
You bring up the layout of the facility.
How did Jack sound?
Alive. It's going to be a long, drawn-out process, Nina.
I know the drill.
And you know it may not turn out well. So if you want me to put somebody else that's less emotionally involved on this, I will.
I can do my job, George. You talked to Chappelle?
Yeah. No trade.
What?
This whole Victor Drazen thing is a big embarrassment for them. If they do a trade, it's an admission that he's alive, that the DOD's been keeping him here secretly, and then on top of that, they let him escape.
So they're just gonna sacrifice Jack?
He's like all the rest of us. Expendable.
Is that what you think?
Doesn't matter what I think. I don't think he walks on water the way you do, but I don't want to see him hung out to dry either. Nina, I tried.
George, without the trade, how are they gonna locate Drazen?
My guess is they won't even try. They'll let him get out of the country and they'll pick him up in Europe somewhere down the line.
If we do the trade, then we know exactly where he is.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. That's exactly what I just got through saying to Chappelle. They don't want to draw attention to the situation. End of story.
So that's it. We just go back to work and let Jack die.
What can I say?
Nothing.
Hello. Senator Palmer, this is George Mason. It's an honor to speak to you, sir.
I want you to reverse your orders on the Bauer for Drazen trade.
I'm not sure how much information you have about this, but this is agency business, and with all due respect, it doesn't fall under the Senate's purview.
As you well know, Mr. Mason, your entire agency falls under presidential purview, and in 9 months I will be in that office.
I'm not sure if that's meant to tempt or threaten me. It doesn't matter either way because I don't have the authority to pull the trigger on this one.
From what I'm told, Mr. Mason, that authority is something you'd like to have someday.
What's that supposed to mean?
Act on your own prerogative. Go through with the trade. You'll be reprimanded, possibly even demoted.
So far, it sounds great.
Within the first month of my term, I'll instate you in a high-level position in Washington. You'll bypass 5 years of middle management.
And if you don't get elected?
That's not going to happen. Think about it, George.
Palmer's still alive. The suite at his hotel blew up, but apparently he got out unscathed.
Why the news reports?
I haven't been fully debriefed, but I guess it makes sense as a defensive strategy. Palmer's safe as long as the hitters think he's dead. So, this goes no further than the 3 of us until the public's been made aware that he survived, right?
What about the perpetrators?
It's unclear. Our intel is being refreshed by Secret Service as we speak. So, stay at your stations, start rebuilding profiles based on the incoming information, and we'll have a new plan in place within the hour. Have either of you spoken to Jack since the first time he called?
Not me.
Doesn't matter. So I'll be over soon anyway. This is Mason.
Hey, it's Jack.
As usual, I don't know how to congratulate you or demand your resignation.
George, do you know where my daughter is?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Highway Patrol picked her up about half an hour ago. She's heading over here now under heavy escort. Now, if you called once in a while, I could have told you.
You need to arrest Nina.
What?
She's working against us. Don't let her out of the building.
Wait, Jack, hold on a sec. What's all this about?
She told me that the Coast Guard found Kim's body in the harbor. I confirmed with the Coast Guard. They never found a body tonight. She was working with the Draces to set a trap for me.
Are you sure there wasn't a misunderstanding?
About Kim being dead? No, George, she lied. There was no misunderstanding.
Doesn't sound like there's any proof either, and it's just your word against hers.
I'll get you your proof. Just don't let her out of your sight.
What does she look like?
Big wart on the tip of her nose.
Situation.
I haven't been fully apprised yet, but I don't have a good feeling. I didn't know how you liked intel presented at impromptus. Whether you like it sorted chronologically with an alphabetical key, or if you just like separate folders with access tabs.
I was the head of the Special Defense Appropriations Committee in the Senate, which is just a euphemism for covert operations. 3 years ago, the CIA brought to my attention atrocities committed by Victor Drazen in Kosovo. Massacres, torture, ethnic cleansing. The man was a monster and was gaining support. I tried to go through the usual channels, but I couldn't get anyone to work quickly enough. So I contacted the one person I knew who could get the job done, have him terminated off the books.
And that would be Robert Ellis.
That's right. Ellis was funded through a discretionary fund of my committee. His job was to implement the covert missions and see to it that no names were leaked. Now we're both on somebody's list.
So this is payback for what happened that day. It's the only thing that makes sense. But if someone could put your name and my name on a list together, that means they should be able to find Robert Ellis too.
You're right.
Finished his breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We didn't know the kind of pressure you were under at the time. Is your family doing okay?
Yes, they're fine, thank you. This is my partner, Nina Myers.
Hi.
Agents Johnson, Al Shear. They are surveillance technicians. I believe you've already met Miss Nash. She's part of the Senator's advance team.
Yes, from the Senator's staff meeting.
Can I just say how sorry I am to have caused so much trouble?
You didn't know who Alexis Drazen really was. Now you know he's a killer. It takes a lot of courage to walk into the same room with him.
I hate to interrupt, but we really do have to get going.
All right, Drazen is down here in room 1243. We went over it. It's nothing unusual. It's ready to rig however you want to.
Okay, that gives us less than 30 minutes to set up visual and audio.
Fiber optics?
Yes. We're also going to need to set up monitors in an adjacent room.
All right, we have 1242 across the hallway. It's been vacated already.
Okay, good. Gentlemen, I want you to get started right away. I want coverage of every square foot of this room by at least 2 angles.
Yes, sir.
Nina.
Yeah, let's bundle these up.
I want you to take Miss Nash in room 1242, start prepping her. We'll be there in a minute. You set up the other checkpoints.
Yes, every entrance to the hotel's covered. So is every approach from a block away on all 4 sides.
Any civilians left on the floor?
No, we've sealed it off from guests and staff.
Good work. You let me know as soon as Drazen enters this hotel.
Associated with a number of fundamentalist groups.
This is the Valentine's Day bombing in the West Bank?
Right. This particular attack resulted in 13 fatalities, 26 injured. 2 days ago, we discovered that the second wave.
Government affiliation?
Officially, they're not recognized by any of the Middle East. Given that, in this scenario, the immediate loss of life would be in the low thousands, relatively small. But the dispersal of radioactive debris from a dirty bomb is unpredictable and could multiply that figure many times over.
Okay, Eric, I understand that we don't know whether this is a dirty bomb or something bigger. Give me the worst case scenario.
All right. Worst case scenario. Stolen Soviet nuclear warhead, properly configured trigger, detonated 500 feet above the city. Approximately 100 square miles would be irradiated within seconds. Apart from the loss of life, this kind of blow would have global repercussions that would last for years.
Thank you, Eric.
What would you like to do, Boris?
Yeah. 8 counts, kidnapping a minor. 2 counts, child pornography. First-degree murder.
Yeah, Hey, look. Wait a minute. I tell you what. You have my word that he'll be back in your custody within the hour, all right?
All right, George.
Our pals of the FBI aren't too happy, Jack. I'm Goran's estate's only witness against Wald, so I suggest you get what you want fast, because I want them off my back.
Hold on, what's that?
We're saying that the reason you didn't do any time in California is because you were extradited to Florida on 2 counts of armed robbery.
No, don't make it armed robbery. That's not how they know me. Make it, conspiracy to transport illegal explosives.
Got it.
Jack, are you gonna let me in on your plan here?
I also need you to get in touch with the Rudy Collette. He's a parole officer out of Hollenbeck. I want you to brief him and then put him into my cover.
Jack. Look at you. You look like a bum off the street. You're not talking to me. I just confiscated a witness outside of my authority based on your call. Now, you're gonna tell me what you're doing?
No.
Are you losing it, Jack? Because I need to know. I just don't have the time or the resources to clean up your messes today.
I'm not losing it.
You're clean.
Why so grim?
The tests are back from the field analysis. The substance you inhaled is, it's plutonium. Based on the particle size, the atmospheric saturation, the length of time you were exposed.
Cut to the chase, Doctor.
Your radiation exposure level is high. Definitely lethal.
How much time do I have?
Could be as much as a week or as little as a day. I'm sorry.
Okay. BP's 80 over 50, get some saline into her step.
Sure, right?
She's hemorrhaging internally. The girder staunched the bleeding, but once we lifted it off, the dam broke. Can you stop it? If we don't get her to the ER now, she'll bleed to death. Ready?
Roger, I just got word that military resources are being moved out of Los Angeles.
Yes, Mr. President.
On your order.
Yes. I was implementing the plan. I assumed you authorized it.
No. I told Rayburn not to trigger any evacuation.
I should have double-checked everything Rayburn told me before I took any action. Mr. President, it's inexcusable. I take full responsibility.
We'll worry about that later. I just told Lynn to countermand the evacuation order. Make sure it happens immediately.
Right away, sir.
George wanted me to find out if there's anything I can do to help.
No, thank you.
I can fill out that boilerplate stuff for you if you want.
Michelle, I know that George wants me out of here. Take my advice. Don't get caught in the middle.
Mr. Mason,
Yeah?
I just got off the phone with Ed Miller.
How's it going between Jack and Nina?
He doesn't know. Jack drugged him and got on the plane without him.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Sloan's bringing Ed back now. What do you want me to do?
On a plane to Visalia, there's nothing anybody can do. Except hope that his impulse for revenge doesn't cloud his judgment.
Cloud his judgment? You mean like drugging one of our agents?
What can I say? The guy's a little crazy. That's why I didn't want him here in the first place. But he gets results. And we need some pretty big results here. So. Thank you.
Roger. Mike?
Heard you were here.
I understand the president handed Eric Rayburn his walking papers.
Well, Eric messed up. The president was right to dismiss him.
Still, he fired someone you appointed. It takes character to support that.
I got a nasty workload today. You have to excuse me.
Actually, the president wants me to insert myself into your day.
Oh, it might be difficult. I'm moving a mile a minute here.
I understand. I'd like to have a look at any paper you have on the most active leads. Let me play catch-up.
All right. Could use a little help in the civil response area.
Great. I'll be working up here in 4. Get me what you got.
Jack's on his way to the Syed Ali house. Do you want me to patch your feet up here?
No, I assume you have that under control.
Yeah, we do.
Was there something else?
Sorry.
So what are you gonna do tomorrow?
What?
If the bomb doesn't go off. Thought about it?
No.
You'd probably come back to work here.
Of course, why wouldn't I?
I don't know. You happy in this job? Believe it or not, I used to want to be a teacher a long time ago. You know why I didn't? Because DOD offered me more money. That's how I made my decision. So I made myself miserable. And I made everybody else around me miserable. For an extra $5,000 a year. That was my price.
I'm sorry.
You know, Michelle, I'm not a big advice giver, but under the circumstances, don't wait around for your life to happen to you. Find something that makes you happy. Do it. Because everything else, it's all just background noise.
Hey, George. Richards told me that you had Warner and Nair transferred to room 7.
That's right.
Well, I had them separated for a reason.
Yeah, because I told you to, and it's not working. So let's put them together and play them off each other, right?
I don't get you, George. You know, one minute you're running away trying to save your own ass, the next minute you're back here trying to act as if you actually give a damn about anybody but yourself.
Back off.
No, I'm not gonna back off, George. Not today. Now, what's going on?
Remember the warehouse in Panorama City? Weapons-grade plutonium, airborne and firefight.
You were exposed?
Yeah. Said I'd be lucky if I make it through tomorrow.
Anything new? Just what I told you on the phone. Two men are contradicting each other. There's definitely a tie to Syed Ali.
And more like Ali's at the center of this thing. Just hope all of this brings us closer to finding the nuke.
Just tell me how hard I can push him.
Hard as you have to. Stick bamboo shoots under their fingernails. Get what they got. Time's running out.
Okay. What's the time to visibility?
From the time we break in until we get them secured, we estimate 30 seconds.
Back onto the roof.
We're looking at the building plans to see if it's viable.
It's not. He'll have sensors on the wall and foundations. If you guys go in through the front door, that'll give him enough time to commit suicide.
If he's so willing to die, why'd he leave Los Angeles?
He doesn't want to be collateral damage, but that doesn't mean he won't give up his life to protect the plant.
We can't afford to take a chance. We need this guy alive.
Gas canister?
Won't work. He knows all our protocols and is prepared.
Doesn't know your protocols.
She gave them to me. Doesn't matter. Nina, you're going in. It's Jack Bauer.
Hey, it's George. Baker should be on site any minute, and I've got a hard perimeter set up around the mosque.
Okay, I'll get back to you as soon as we get there, George.
Jack, there's something I gotta talk to you about. I just got off the line with the sheriff's department in New Hall. They were transporting Kim, and they got into some kind of an accident.
What are you talking about? What kind of accident?
Well, don't worry. I mean, she's all right. She didn't get hurt or anything.
What the hell was she doing with local authorities, George? Your people were supposed to pick her up.
Well, by the time our guys got to the station, they'd already moved her. I don't know that. I guess some local deputy was trying to be a big shot and claiming jurisdiction for a murder charge.
Where is she now?
Well, she ran off after the accident. I don't know whether she was trying to avoid the local police or whether she was just trying not to get brought back to LA.
Damn it, George. You told me you would take care of this. You gave me your word. Please. Please find my daughter.
Hey, Jack. If it's any consolation, she is outside the projected blast radius.
Just find her, George. I want your team to cover these two back exits from the alley. Okay, here's what we're looking for. Middle Eastern man, late 30s. He's wearing a black shirt, silver buttons, black pants. Miss Warner and I are going to cross the street. We're going to cover the main entrance. As soon as the prayer service is over and the crowd starts to leave the building, she'll identify Ali. I will relay his position to Agent Baker. He will give the go.
No one moves before that happens. The last thing we want him to do is run. If you fire your weapon, shoot to wound only.
Okay, we're looking at 19 minutes before the prayer service is over. Is everybody clear? We cannot afford any mistakes here.
Let's go.